Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan. Today I'm talking about the Russell Westbrook trade, but before I do me a favor and click the subscribe button and also maybe leave a like on the video. Anyways, the Lakers trade Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and the 22nd pick, which turned into Isaiah Jackson, who then the Wizards traded on draft night, for Russell Westbrook and 2 future second-round picks. Now, for the Lakers, I think this is a bad fit that reeks of desperation. The Lakers need shooting, not Russell Westbrook. Now, let's be very, very clear. Does this trade hurt the Lakers? No, because the 3 guys they gave up are all bench pieces. Now, that will kill their depth, but I would have preferred to see them go after more of a shooter, like Kyle Lowry, maybe even Buddy Hield, who they're rumored to almost trade for, rather than Russell Westbrook. Now, here's what I do like about Westbrook going to the Lakers. He's going to take the load off LeBron in the regular season. Remember, the King James is going into year 18, but now he's going to be able to sit back, play off the ball, rest some more games, because now the Lakers have a primary ball handler and playmaker with Westbrook. So he's going to be more rested come postseason. But the Lakers are trying to win a championship. So I don't really care how this fits in the regular season. I care about the playoffs. And in the playoffs, I want LeBron to initiate the action. He's one of the top 5 players in the sport. I want him with the ball in his hands. But what do we know about Russell Westbrook? He won't take a back seat. He never has, and he never will. He took a back seat for half a year when Paul George was 3rd in MVP voting in Oklahoma City. But then in the playoffs, he started taking a lot of shots again. But that was really the longest stretch he ever deferred in his career. And the reason he can't really defer is because he can't really play off ball. He's not a screener like Draymond Green. He can't shoot. So defenders play 3 steps off him because he's not a threat, and they kind of sit in the lane, so that also hurts his teammates when they try to drive, and then he's not a threat on the kick in the corner. So he's going to take a high volume of shots, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and I doubt he is going to defer. Now, I know he's playing with LeBron and Anthony Davis, but he's played with Harden, Durant, Harden again, Paul George, Bradley Beal, and the longest he's really ever deferred is like a 40-game stretch. Now, I worry that in the playoffs, Russell Westbrook's going to get in the way too much of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Because the thing about Westbrook is when the team is struggling, he always thinks he can just will his way to fixing it. He takes reckless shots, but that can't happen, especially when you play with 2 other superstars. So that's one problem. But the other major problem is floor spacing. The last 2 years, Russell Westbrook has shot 29% on catch and shoot threes. And last year, a year where the league broke the 3-point percentage record and offensive outputs exploded, the Lakers couldn't even shoot 35% from deep. Now, why is 35% important? Well, the last 11 NBA champions have shot at least 35% from 3. The Lakers didn't do it last year. It showed against the Suns, and now their shooting is only going to get worse, as only one of their top 7 3-point shooters from last year are under contract next year. Now, Anthony Davis has been vocal about wanting to play the 4, not the 5. He likes to operate outside of the paint. He has perimeter skills, even though he's a big. But if they have Westbrook, LeBron, AD, and a center on the court, then their floor spacing is going to be terrible. So AD has been rumored to be playing more at center, and he's going to have to with the addition of Russell Westbrook. Now, I'm a believer that LeBron is at his best when he's surrounded by other shooters. His court vision, passing, playmaking, paired with 3 or 4 other knockdown shooters is an absolutely lethal combo. But if we look at the Lakers' current roster, LeBron, Westbrook, Alfonso McKinney, Marc Gasol, Anthony Davis. They don't have any quality, true floor spacers. But this brings us to another big problem. They have 5 guys under contract for next year, and they are already at $130 million. They are already in the luxury tax with 7 spots to fill. Now, there are a few small ways around that, but I doubt they can add any quality big piece in free agency. But the Lakers aren't done. Free agency hasn't even started yet. They will be limited, but they can still add shooters and mold this roster. But I'm certainly not penciling in the Lakers into the finals. And frankly, they aren't even on the same tier as the Brooklyn Nets, in my opinion. Now, let me be very, very clear. Russell Westbrook can still help a slew of teams out there. I thought he was really impactful for Washington last year, and I don't think he hurts the Lakers. He will make plenty of plays, but this is a bad fit. They need shooters, and he's actually going to hurt their floor spacing. Plus, Westbrook needs the ball in his hands to be effective. He can't impact the game without the ball like many other players can. But I want the ball in LeBron's hands in the postseason. Now, I can't guarantee if it will work or if it won't, but I can guarantee that the Russell Westbrook experiment in LA will be must-see TV.